it's your girl Jiwan. Welcome back to another video vlog. For today, we will be having a new set of video for today. Explain natin kung ano yung new learnings in this subject. So, huwag na tayo magpatumpik-tumpik pa. Let's go to the introduction. Before we start to the main part, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Natalie Jewel P. de los Santos, and second year civil engineer student at the LaSalle University and ID 121. So for today's video, I will just sharing my learnings, my thoughts, and also some insights and also takeaways to modules and to the topics that we tackle about in our subject literature of the Philippines. So with that, let's go to our first takeaways and modules, tradition and subversion. For the first module, the tradition and subversion, first, let's define what's tradition and subversion. Tradition is the transmission of the custom or beliefs from generation to generation, or the fact of being passed on this way, while subversion refers to a process by which the values and principle of a system in a place are contradict or reverse in attempt to transform the established social order and structure of power, authority, hierarchy, and social norms. In this module, the things that opened my eyes is that literature can and does shape the world, most notably by enacting change when it is subversive to the statutes, and also that it is not true for purely politics works. And in this, it will demonstrate examining how in this indigenous narrative particularly shows particularly the folk tales, the modern spin, and it can be submersive. Two materials that struck me when doing this module. First is the mistaken gifts, because it demonstrates that everyone belief can be deceptive. The brief story depicts a struggle and reveals an individual true attitude towards things. This folk tale, as illustrated, is subversive in variety of ways. It could, for example, be addressed to the Philippines voting culture or something else. It is based on your own interpretation of the story. It is an unproduced modern existence and perception in many ways. While the story Oyayi sa Dilim by Ella Arcangel is very subversive in many ways, by illustrating a common and widespread social problems in the country, such as poor living conditions for the unprivileged and unsafe abortion practice. In a creative way, the series revealed a portion of the unfortunate reality of being unprivileged. And really, the things that strike me the most in this module. So let's go to the next module and let's see what learnings do I have in those module 2. Now, for the module 2, which is the nation and beyond. When I got into this module, some questions struck me, like what nation really is and how can we really define it. That's the thing that got to my mind when we tackle and write about the paper to it. But as we dig deep to the materials or to this module, just ask myself what interests me the most in the nation that we have right now. So, being a member of a nation also entails being concerned about the difficulties of others and also demonstrating empathy for them, because it is important as a individuals to address social problems, the development of the nation as a whole. We have this material that struck me or interested me the most when scanning through it, and it is a short film to never forget. Here it shows the life of an OFW and also how important are testimony about something historical that can contribute to the story of our nation. As any of us observe, our memories can influence how our attitude and character shape our identity. One person's story, it is important in history, but it is also important for the future generation who will want to know what happened in the past or in that historical thing. Never forget your story or experience because they are also important in all aspects of one's life. And that's how a person's life can affect someone or the other way around. And that's the things that I learned and I take away in this module. And really, I want to go deep more about it, but as we go into this video, I think at the end, you will know how or my insight really about literature. So let's go to our last module, which is body and desire. Na I don't know, but it got me interested. Why? And why we tackle body and desire in literature of the Philippines. So let's go to module 3. Now, in our third module, it talks about body and desire. Each person's body has its own set of rules. We all know that everyone has an opinion on issue like this and situation like this. What do people believe about their bodies and desires? Do other people consider this type of issue when it comes to their bodies and desires? And also, do other people consider or given ease with which body and desires are linked to sexuality, or how do we visualize it? Desire is a potent emotion because we all know that if we want something badly, we will go out for it and get it. We yearn for something that will satisfy us. Let's be honest, when we talk about desire, the first things that comes to our mind is the word or the topic that connected to sex or sexuality. And sex is a big factor on every person's desire. Furthermore, our desires can shape our personalities. Even though desires are frequently connected with emotions, some psychologists argue that they are distinct from emotion. For example, when the body requires nutrients or energy. That person feels hungry, and this person desires water or food. A desire particular individual desired must be met in order to meet the symmetry. Without it, no one can feel whole. Also, in this module, I learned, or I am fascinated about the TV series Game Boys. I don't know why. For me, it shows one person's desires needs. Desires is not always about things that is inappropriate, but desire can be or can be seen on how we interpret it. This TV series shows that if you really desire to love that person, no one can hinder you. Yes, it is a bonus when in a relationship there's a skinship. But here, in this TV series, it shows the eagerness of your desire to know, to pursue, to give your best, the desire to just give your heart to someone who is stranger. You don't meet personally, but you just meet online. And really, if we desire or if we feel that emotion in our heart, we will get it no matter what happened. It is another level of desire. And really, desire can have meaning in a way that we interpret it. So that's the takeaways that I have in those 3 modules. So let's go to the another topic in this video. So for this topic, I will share my thoughts, my learnings about the things that tackle in the class, that I learned in the materials that being shared in the synchronous class. So for this, really, since I am not the type of the person who like going deep, I didn't know that in literature there are elements about fiction, about the things na I don't know na in a story there's this. I just know that body introduction, body conclusion, but I didn't know that it has this, it has that. Now, the simple literature that I know, body, settings, characters, but if you're really into literature, I just learned na you will know the elements and really the things or the what do you call the dispute or yung mga bagay na makakapagpa-affect. And when it comes to literature, I learned that, and also I love how this subject really made me know more about literature, like when it comes to activities in the class, like the mystery box, na it will show na if you know something, then say it immediately, open up immediately, don't let others take it from you, because I just learned na it's either you speak up but you are wrong and it will get minus, you speak up and you're correct, and you hesitate to the things. In that game I realized many things, and also comes to the quiz, the short activities. I love how always the materials being shared and um, sharing our thoughts about it. So yeah, that's my takeaways um, in outside and really about the lectures. Honestly, as you can see in this video, I'm not the type of the person who love literature. Um, Hindi ako mahilig mag-go deep into something that is na hindi ko naiintindihan. I'm a simple-minded person. So, this this subject somehow hard for me kasi ayoko nga na nag-dig deep, ayoko na iintindihin ko yung mga bagay. So, the learnings and insight that I got in this subject in the literature of the Philippines really contribute me a lot when it comes to if I develop my character as an individual in the society. I will share the learnings, I will share the things that given to me, and also about the things, also materials. By now, I just want to explore more about literature, explore more about folk tales, explore more about something that pick up my interest. Say, I believe that literature can be part of anyone's life. Literature can give one's person na mas ma-motivate pa malaman kung what are the things that we have here in the Philippines, but not just in the Philippines, but also to other countries, to their literature, to the things that they're sharing, to their books, to their novels, really serious. And I want to go after it and really maybe in the future I can share my learnings in literature, I can share the things, or somehow I have words when it comes to literature. So that's how I see the things that I learn here in this subject. So all in all, literature of the Philippines, this subject gives a lot of learning through me. Even though I'm having a hard time learning about it, but still the materials, the activities, the module, the topics, it really piqued my interest and I am fascinated about it. And I just want to say to my prof, thank you so much for teaching and being patient and considerate to me when it comes into this subject. So I hope as I end this video, as I end this vlog, you understand the things that I share and you understand what literature of the Philippines is. And if I were you and you were me and I were you, I will share my thoughts and my insight about literature of the Philippines. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. See you on the next vlog, and this is your girl, Sheila.